As you can see here, I mounted the brackets, and it's just two metal screws here. I did my own washers to hold it against the wall here, and I'm gonna mount this panel onto these two here, and this is one of the buttons all wired up and ready. This is wired, and this is just the connection to the oil gauge, and I'm just going to do a last check that the buttons works as they should. So ignition power, and this one, the lamp up there should start to blink, and it does. So then it stops. Then the other button here, this is gonna start up here, and it does. So now I'm just gonna mount the panel and do the final installation of the wires. So now I did all the connections. Here is the button for the lamp, and down here is the button for the rev lights, and here's the signal cable for the oil gauge, and here is an additional little light button for the lights. So now it's just a matter of screwing it in here. So what I have here is some insects screws, and I added the plastic washer here. So let's see, where do we have? Good, everything works. So just a matter of putting the last screws in place, and then starting to put the whole middle console and everything that's connected to that in place. Time to reassemble the central console, and the two main screws are in the front here. So this is, what is it, Torx I presume? Yeah, naturally. What I do when I take things apart, I usually do like this, that I tape them to the correct location, so I know that they get back in the right location. And here is a 10mm normal screw. And then this is the connector for the 12 volt outlet here. And then in the rear here you have 4 screws at the bottom here. This is this plate here, and then naturally it's this panel that goes over here, and then this goes on top, and then it's this one also, and this is part of the central console. So yeah, everything needs to go in. Check in here that the screw holes line, and then you have one hole there, and then you have the ones up front here that doesn't. Oops. Yeah, no, that's good enough. Okay, time to start to bolt it in. And on the side of the contact there's a peg, and it goes into a holder in the plate there, and it's twisted, so you need to twist it to get it in. Yeah, that shows pretty well. So down here it's just 4 bolts, easy enough. They are all under this cover, and after you did this screw you have this cover here, and to remove it, pull it in the from the rear. Let's see if I can, yeah, so pull it up here when you need to take it out. So here is the refurbished controller for the AC unit, and you have a couple of connectors in the rear there that you need to get in. Just connect them in the rear, and then just find it. There you go, and it's in. And below here is the connector for the wing control. Similar way, just connect it in the rear, and then just push it in place. As I said before, what I usually do is I have a tape here over the screws so I don't lose them. So there's a small latch there that it needs to go into in order to fit properly. So I need to go over to the other side. So this section here is just to push on. Just make sure it's seated correctly. And this cover here, you have a couple of tabs in the back here. So when you remove it, you need to start at the front. Just goes when you put it back, just start in the back end. Push it on. There you go. And then the side panels. Like that. And then the same thing on the other side, but I have some more work I need to do on the other side before I finish it up. But yeah, I should be done with this today. Yay! So finally the center console is in again, and I don't know what it is with having it out, but it was really depressing. It didn't feel finished at all, and I've had some work going on for quite some time, but now it's all bolted together. Feels so good. Everything is cleaned up under here also. No wires hanging out anymore, neither in the footwell. So that's really good. And so now gear in and just turn on the ignition. So we got the light to the oil gauge, and this is to activate the RPM lights that at the top of the tachometer. So if yeah, you see that comes alive. And then this one over here is to activate the blinking light in the top left corner of the windscreen, like that. And then this little button here, you change the blink pattern. Doesn't show. There you go. It's somewhat different. So now this is really good. I'm so happy it's finally done. Since the MagnetPro brand is new on the market, I sometimes need to explain what it is, and for natural reasons. So I decided to put a sticker on my wings to help some people at least. And so I bought this from a place called dekaltrim.se. And yeah, you get these cut out. Yeah, so they come cut out and mounted on this paper here. So what you do is you mount them where you think they should go. I think this is good enough. And then there is a mounting kit you can buy, and it's a cleaner and some simple tools. What you do is clean the surface behind, then remove the backing paper, and then just make sure that the sticker comes down without any air bubbles and stuff like that. So I've done it so all these are done in the same fashion, and the side stickers also. So done it quite a bit before, but I'm gonna see if I can show you. Starting with a smaller sticker here because it's just simpler to test with that. And you can see the lettering is stuck on the backing paper here. tools that comes with the kit. See, it's a foam soft edge there, and it's good for really good big stickers, but I think the finger is better in this case actually. When you pull the paper off, do it with a really big angle like this, so the lettering doesn't come with the paper. There you go. There is a small air bubble, but possible to fix. And just make sure there's also one. Just push it out with a nail. Then just leave it to cure for a day or two before you start to polish it and put some wax over it.